Classic. The Classic Sports Network.
The main event from Madison Square Garden, a 10-round middleweight bout from Philadelphia at 158 pounds, Joey Giardello versus Washington, D.C. at 161 pounds, Willie Troy. And from a neutral corner, your host, the undefeated world's heavyweight champion, Rocky Marciano, sparring with Mr. What's My Line, John Daly.
This is Propecia.
Rock, how are you? What's your line? That's a great little bunch of makeup you got on there. I never thought I'd see the day when Rocky Marciano would be sitting there with pancake. Well, you're a good Boston man.
Yes, John, I'd like to ask you something. How could I get rid of this accent just a little bit? I mean, I like it, but sometimes I get embarrassed when I'm talking to a group of fellas, you know, and I say, I just parked the car down at the square.
Well, actually, Rocky, don't ever get rid of it because it's distinctive and it's part of you, and to lose it would be a tragic mistake. Family was a Boston family. He went to MIT, mining engineer and geologist, and then went to South Africa, so I was born in South Africa. But when he died when I was 9 years old, and we came back to Boston, then I went to school in Tilton, New Hampshire, and then went to college in Boston, and I came to the United States with an English accent. And then all those years in Boston and New England, I picked up another bad habit. The words that end in A, I've always pronounced as though they end in ER, and I get a lot of criticism about it. I tried to break it, and I found I put so much effort into trying to correct it that I was doing damage to the other areas of pronunciation. Don't worry about that accent. It's not only distinctive, but remember that there's another man of some prominence who's got it. He's the President of the United States. You're in like Flynn. I haven't got anything to worry about.
John, after dinner speaking, I'm getting to do quite a bit of that lately, and I could use some help.
Your hands shake and you perspire.
Very, very much of perspire.
Your mind's a little confused, and what you plan to say is all mixed up. And congratulations, I have the same trouble. That's
not
great.
you.
Yes, Rocky, I don't do much of it because it scares the daylights out of me. The thing you have to remember was when you're out speaking to the public, remember one thing, you've got everything with you when you start. They've come because they want to see you. They've come because they want to know you better. And if you're just be yourself, you don't have to worry about anything else. Nothing else at all.
John, as a sportsman, what is your best sport, or what do you like best?
Well, it's nice of you to put it that way, Rocky. Let's see, I'm a bad golfer. I'm a bad tennis player. I'm a medium bad swimmer. I used to be a track man when I was younger. Won one race somewhere or the other. I've forgotten where it was, though. But I'm one of those guys, I always lose. I'm what you call a loser, but I have a lot of fun out of it anyway. Well, Rock, you've been picking my brains. A bit ago you did anyway, or what passes for my brain. After dinner speaking, I want to pick yours. You know, I suppose like most Americans my age, men, I haven't had a fist fight since I was 10 or 11, and that wasn't much of a fight. I swung once, and he swung once. We both ran in opposite directions. But I read somewhere that if, and I want to prepare myself, you never tell when you're going to get in one of these things. I read somewhere that the thing to do is to get in close. Is that right?
Exactly. In fact, put your head right here on the other fellow's chest, and he just won't be able to hit you real good because it takes about that much room to really hit a man, and I don't see how he's going to get that room, you know, where you're in so close. Whereas the stepping away and far reaching away from a man just leaves that much room for a fellow to connect.
Well, now that I've got this counsel, you see, I'll probably go out and pick a fight. And then when they take me down to the station house, I say, Rocky told me to do it.
There's the bell for the main event, a 10-round contention middleweight bout between Joey Giardello and Willie Troy. Troy's a 3-to-1 favorite, but the fight's young yet. Madison Square Garden, 1954. Let me tell you about it as I saw it. Referee Al Burl talks to both Giardello and Troy. On styles, this should be murderous. These are two punchers who go for the knockout every time. That's Giardello in the white, Troy in the black. And watch these two every second. The way they hit, somebody could get carried out anytime. This was the fight Giardello's managers didn't want, but matchmaker Billy Brown threw an all-day party for them. They got so woozy they wound up signing. They didn't need a win over Troy, and it's a dangerous fight. Troy comes out of Washington. He was working unloading trucks, but there were so many arguments ended by Willie's right hand that his foreman took him to the gym and made a fighter and saved his crew. Giardello is looking for one big shot, and the sooner the better. Troy is awful strong, and he could be cruel in the late rounds. Troy has the reach on Joey, backing him up with that left hand. But don't reach too much with it, Willie. He's looking to get you off balance. A terrific right. Troy is real hurt. He doesn't know enough to stay down and let his head clear. He dropped his right to throw to the body, and he was wide open. Troy's hands are low. Watch it, Willie. Get him up. There you go. Willie doesn't know from anything. Wow. It kills me to see a guy like that. The bell saves him. Start breaking those ammonia capsules under his nose. This guy's in a fog. Ooh, Willie, that right to the body. Throw it like that and you'll get wide open. Troy's legs don't seem bad. If he keeps that left out and moves, he might come out of this. I hope so. I hate to see a guy get a beating. Oh, look at him. He's gone for the weekend. Here's Troy coming right in. This is the way you're supposed to go. Win, lose, or draw, hurt or not, you got to go right into the other guy. Joey's looking for one big shot, but he's letting Troy's head clear, and he's going to pay for that. This Troy is strong. If he gets going, he'll give Giardello 10 kinds of trouble. See? Good hook by Willie. Troy's crowding him, and Joey is going back to get room. John, what do you think of this fight so far?
Well, Rocky, it looks like an upset, because Troy was in there as a favorite, and he's been down, see, 1, 2, 3 times. But, you know, I remember a fight you had, one of the great fights of all time with Wolcott, and you were down in the first round, and if I remember correctly, you had a little trouble with a few that came after it, too, but you went on to win the fight.
You are so right, John. Troy has a chance, but there's plenty of fight left.
Each hour's quota must be filled. If there aren't more volunteers for Saturday, it will be mandatory.
That's Joey Giardello in white, Willie Troy in black, and Willie looks real strong right now. I haven't seen a fighter come back like Troy has. Joey better start thinking about pacing. This could be a long fight. Before the fight, they did a lot of talking to Troy in the dressing room. Beat this guy and you'll be on top for years, they told him. He came into the ring ready to go through anything to win. Giardello didn't catch him square then. Willie's starting to duck under those punches the way he should. Keep it up, Willie. He rolled real good then. Giardello isn't trying many feints on Troy. It would do wonders for him if he'd start nodding that head around. He keeps it too still. He hurt Giardello in the body again. Giardello is going crazy. He can't keep the guy off him. Here he goes to the corner and he's worried. And here's his managers. What are they going to say to him now? Notice Joey keep moving to his left. He wants to nail this guy with a hook. Joey, this fight is going against you right now. You'd better change what you're doing. Try that left hand to the body. Slow this guy right here, or he's going to be murder. Troy is taking advantage of his left hand. He's knocking Giardello off balance with it. Troy slipped that punch real good. Joey isn't stepping in with his punches because every time he does, Troy nails him to the belly. But it's wrong to stay out there. So what if it hurts? That's what you're in business for. You got to get hurt before you win. That's more like it. When you come in, you do much better, Joey. Here's what I was talking about. Look at Giardello. He's hardly moving. He could be getting real tired. Look out. Joey Giardello in white, Willie Troy in black. Giardello's been going into the ropes too much. Get in the middle of the ring and stay there, Joey. He's too tough for you inside. Willie, you're dropping that right again. There you go. He's real hurt now. The legs are wobbly. Willie, please, get those hands up. Ooh. They always said you gotta shoot Troy with a gun before he stops coming in. And they're right. Look at this guy forced to fight. He's doing it all on instinct. There's that hook. Look at that. Joey threw that punch from the side. This guy has him crazy. He just won't go down again. Look at Giardello bend from that right to the side. Troy has his ribs on fire. What a right. There he goes. Referee Burl calls for the doctor. Troy is badly hurt. Here's Dr. Giardello. Troy's corner says he's fine. You gotta be half dead before the corner stops a fight on you. They'd send you out there with one arm. They don't get hurt. He's letting it go on, but he's telling the referee to stop it if Troy gets into trouble once more. Go right after him, Willie. Come on. It's the only chance you got to pull it out. Punch at the guy. Keep him going back. He's through now. Let's stop it. Break it up before he goes down. That's it. Joey's corner hugs him. They should. Brother, did he bail them out. If he lost this one, they would have had to disappear.
School.
Well, Rocky, you were right. You were absolutely right. It was an upset. Why?
John, Troy was a stylist. He looked good in the middle of that ring. But what's exciting about this fight game is when you get hit on the potato, your good style can go out of style.
Well, Rocky, just one thing, remember. Stay in close. Be in great shape then.
And keep punching, John. John, you've been in the main event ring for a long time. You now know about infighting, but you always knew the rule of punching. This memento will remind you, always keep punching.
Well, Rocky, thank you very much. It's very nice indeed. It will remind me always to stay in close and to keep punching. And I think that it's a philosophy that is usable in many other places than the ring. And I will always be reminded not only of a friendship with you that I treasure, but also the rule of thumb that you gave me to help life me a little simpler and a little bit more pleasant. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, John. The bigger they are, the nicer they are. And you could make it as easily as they did if you remember to keep your hands high, chin down, and keep punching.
1970.